If you need any Ultimate Team coins, head over to footcoinking.com. There's a link in the description, and if you use my discount code CHES, CHES, as you can see on screen, you'll get yourself an extra 5% off. Hey guys, how's it going? Chez back again, and welcome to episode number 24 of the Dortmund Career Mode. Now today we've got the Season 1 roundup, but before we get into it I've got a couple of things I want to say thank you for. First off, this is the first episode of this particular series that we've done since we hit 16k subs. So if you don't watch any of the other series and you aren't up to date on the channel, then we've hit 16k subs. We did it Friday night. Thank you so much for that particular milestone. We're already on our way towards 17,000 as well, which is absolutely superb. If we keep this level of growth up, we may even hit 20k just before or even on the day that FIFA 15 releases, which would be absolutely superb. Another, if not even bigger, thank you to you guys for the amazing support you showed the Europa League final last week. 350 likes and well over 2.5k views as well. Absolutely superb support. Thank you very much for that. If we could hit anywhere near 200 likes on this video as well, that would just absolutely blow me away. But I hope you enjoy. We're going to have a quick look around the leagues in Europe, see what everything stood up or everything looked like at the end of the season. Of course, we're over the next few days going to be taking Germany to the World Cup in Brazil. As you can see, our group stage is ourselves, Austria, Australia and the Ivory Coast. So hopefully we can come out of that with progression through to the knockout stages. But we'll have a quick look to start off with at the Bundesliga table. We didn't show you it in the last episode, but of course, or the episode before that when we had the Bundesliga final day, but of course we did win the Bundesliga title, top of the league by a point ahead of Schalke, despite dropping 2 points in 2 of our final 3 games. We were able to come top of the league by a point, and of course our goal difference was far superior to that of Schalke's. We were a full 7 points ahead of Bayern Munich. You would expect them to come back a lot stronger next year, and I wholly do expect them to do that. Braunschweig were able to pick themselves up a second victory, but unfortunately still find themselves relegated. 11 points from 34 games, nowhere near good enough. We will also unfortunately be losing Augsburg and Hoffenheim. I can't check. In fact, I can't check from this screen. I may be able to check from the other screen where you go in to check all of the leagues around the world, who will be coming up into the Bundesliga from the Bundesliga the Zwei Bundesliga next season. But unfortunately, we lose Augsburg, Hoffenheim and Braunschweig this year in the Deutsche Pokal. Nuremberg won that. We got knocked out in the second round, so I don't really want to spend too much time looking at that one. The Champions League is yet to be played. It's a Clasico, an El Clasico Champions League final. Real versus Barcelona. Barcelona, unfortunately for me, knocked out Chelsea in the semi-finals. Devastated. Both semi-finals having a 3-2 scoreline. Barca over Chelsea and Real over Porto. Champions League, of course, you know by now. We won last Friday on penalties. It was an extremely dramatic game. Really end-to-end all the way through. 3-3 after 90 minutes, 3-3 after 120 minutes, but a 5-3 win on penalties to ourselves at Borussia Dortmund. So we win 2 trophies this year, and really pleased to do that as well. Hopefully we can improve next year and come back even stronger. Of course, feel free to leave me suggestions in the comment section down below for players to sign for next year. Of course, we'll have a little bit of a delay between now and the transfer window with, of course, the World Cup in between. But hopefully it will let me look at the top scorers in the Bundesliga. And as you can quite clearly see, Adrian Ramos was won the Golden Boot for the Bundesliga. 22 goals in the Bundesliga last year. Absolutely fantastic from him. Cherchi as well. Alessio Cherchi, also a new signing, getting 10 down there in 14th. Assists, loads of Borussia Dortmund players in the assist. Of course, we did score a lot of goals. Reus, Cherchi, Aubameyang, Mkhitaryan, Ramos and Grosskreutz all in the top 11. It's been a fantastic team season, both in the league and in Europe as well, outside of the Champions League. Weidenfeller gets 8 clean sheets. Bernd Leno in his debut season at Borussia Dortmund gets 7 as well. It's been a fantastic year all round for the entire squad, which has been just absolutely amazing. I'm really, really pleased with how this first season has gone. Have a look at the other leagues around Europe then, just to see who has won the other big divisions that we'll find ourselves coming up against teams from in the Champions League next year. We'll start with England, and Manchester City have won the league. 91 points from Manchester United, who currently sit second on 78, joint with Chelsea, but they finish above them on goal difference. And of course Arsenal finished 4th. No surprises there. Spurs down in 8th, disappointing for them. So City, United and Chelsea will be straight into the draw for the group stage of the Champions League along with ourselves. And of course Arsenal will then have to go into the qualifying stage. Lille win Ligue 1 ahead of PSG by 5 points. Stade Rennais and Monaco getting the next Champions League spot. So there may only be 3 in France. I think it's the same as Spain as well. Only 3 spaces. But we win the league. Oh, we've already covered that. But we'll have a look at the Zweite Bundesliga. Kaiserslautern and Cologne, and then I think there's a playoff in the second division. So Kaiserslautern and FC Cologne will come up, and then potentially 1860 Munich or Dusseldorf or Ingolstadt. I'm not sure how it works because it doesn't tell me who goes up and who goes down from that division, so I'm not entirely too sure. But we will definitely be joined by Kaiserslautern and Cologne. So we're looking forward to playing those next year. Of course, Cologne is where Lucas Podolski used to play. Juventus win the Serie A ahead of Roma, Inter and AC Milan. AC and Inter both finishing level on goal difference and points, so we presume it's done either on goals scored or head-to-head for who finished second in that particular league. We'll have a quick look at Spain as well. On the way through Portugal, Benfica win the league in Portugal by a clear mile. And we'll have a quick look. You'll presume Celtic have won the Scottish League. Yes, they have by 28 points. No surprises there. In fact, Celtic go undefeated. Look, good season from them. But anyway, Real Madrid win La Liga by 6 points. Decent season for them, although, yeah, I was going to say they've got 1 game left. In fact, they have got 1 game left. Only 37 games played, but still, they are far enough ahead to win that league. So, congratulations to them. But let's have a look at the squad report. I know you guys absolutely adore having a look at the squad report. We'll go to the club one rather than the national one and have a quick look at the squad report before we end. And I'll show you both stats and attributes for each player. Of course, I may accelerate through this a little bit. Feel free to pause the video at any particular point if you want to have a closer look at anyone's stats. And of course, let me know in the comment section down below who you think we could do with A, replacing, or B, bringing into the side. But Weidenfeller, despite being 33 years old, has gone up 2 ratings to 85 overall and is a leader of men. Fantastic. 11 clean sheets in all competitions. And as you can see, his positioning and reflexes have both gone up 3 apiece. Lucas Piszczek, weirdly, is dropping individual stats, although not much, just 1 or 2 here or there. 31 games played, 2 assists for him. Decent, one of the best right backs in Europe, in my opinion, and I really do enjoy playing with him. Socrates, a debut season for him here at Borussia Dortmund, 2 goals and 1 assist in his 29 games, 11 clean sheets, same as Robin Weidenfeller, and unfortunately, though, no advances in any stats. Mats Hummels has gone up 1 though, £23.5 million he's valued at now. Most definitely our best centre-back or best defender all told, and he scored 4 goals, very, very crucial goals indeed for us, one of which came in the Bundesliga, in the Europa League final, I think. Adrian Ramos got 2 and Mats Hummels got a header. But Marcel Smeltzer has also gone up 2. He's transfer listed for some reason. I think I may take him off the transfer list unless I perhaps sell him on for perhaps £5 or £6 million and look for a replacement. He hasn't seen too much football and has perhaps seen a little bit more because Fabio Coentrell, of course, injured his knee ligaments during the season, but he has gone up, so perhaps I might keep hold of him. It looks like he's advancing quite nicely, so maybe it would be a wrong decision to move on Marcel Smeltzer. So let me know in the comment section what you think of that. Of course, Sami Khedira was also a new addition this year, rated or valued at £9 million. No changes in his stats, so of course was out for a little while with an injury and still is out for 2 weeks with that second sprained ankle that he's picked up this year. Ilkay Gundogan has gone up 2 ratings to 85. He's been a solid player for me, 12 clean sheets. Not necessarily as offensive as I may like to have from him. His finishing is only 67 and his long shots are only 75. It would be nice if he could chip in with a few more goals though. Only 3 assists as well. More the holding mid. I do play 2 CDMs, don't I? So it's perhaps not the role that he's best at, but it's the role that we put him in, and he clearly is flourishing there as well. Stats going up left, right and centre. Alessio Cerci I've been really pleased with. 15 goals and 13 assists in all competitions in his first season at the club is superb. Up to only 82 overall, although I think he should continue to grow a little bit more than that. Marco Reus is up 2 to 87. His stats are really, really good. As you can see, superb all round for him. 9 goals and 14 assists in all competitions for Marco Reus. Extremely pleased with him. He'll most definitely be staying at the club. Henrik Mkhitaryan, I'm not sure what to do with him. 9 goals and 10 assists is decent, and he has gone up 2 ratings overall. But I am tempted to try and get Mario Götze back at the club. Let me know what you think about that in the comment section. I may look to get Mkhitaryan out. Obviously, I'll get the chance to play with Götze at the German national team during the World Cup, so I'll be able to see whether I like him or not. Adrian Ramos only gone up 2 overall, and he's now 28 years old, but still an extremely good player. 30 goals and 9 assists in all competitions. Just absolutely phenomenal. Absolutely unreal. So, so good. Couldn't have asked for more from him. Raheem Sterling is flying, by the way, up to 82 overall at just 19 years of age. 9 goals and 3 assists, and his stats look really, really good as well. 96 acceleration, 93 sprint speed, and his strength is going up as well, which is good for a player of his stature. And, of course, ball control and dribbling very, very high as well. Be nice to see him progress some more, and hopefully Memphis Depay will do so as well. 7 goals and 2 assists since coming in from January is really good, actually, for the young 20-year-old. Shame he's not progressed any stat-wise, or hasn't progressed stat-wise at all, so hopefully he will continue to do better and better in the second season. Aubameyang, I am going to try and move on. I really didn't enjoy using him, despite the fact he got almost 10 goals and almost 10 assists, but I really didn't enjoy playing with him. He was progressing, but hopefully that just means that we can get a little bit more for him. Kevin Grosskreutz, good rotation player, really pleased with him this season. As you can see, it's still progressing quite nicely, despite being 25 years old now. Omer Toprak we brought in for Friedrich plus cash. Very, very good player. Not had a lot of first team football with Socrates and Hummels holding down those first team roles, but has seen some rotation football with Nevan Subotic as well, who of course, as you can see, has come next, and he's up 2 overall as well. So the defence really is looking strong. Very, very strong. Probably our best part of the pitch, in fact, if you take Adrian Ramos out of contention, but Nuri Sahin is progressing quite nicely as well. Again, another player that hasn't seen too much first-team football, but still 24 games, although a lot of those will have been from the bench. Milos Joic is progressing nicely as well. He actually is a player that could do really, really well when it comes to progressing overall. Only 22 years old, and he seems like a well-rounded player, and hopefully he can continue to go on from strength to strength. Almirovic didn't get much played. Eric Durm, would be nice to see him progress a little bit more than that. To be completely honest, I may play him a little bit more next season. Has had quite a few games, but we may need to play him a little bit more to see him progress. Only 71 rated overall, but he has been quite a good player, and of course scored a couple of absolute bangers. Amini, not really had too much football whatsoever, neither was Fosha. Bernd Leno, not progressing overall or on an individual stat basis, but still been, he's felt like at least, that he's improved as the season went on, so I am pleased with Bernd Leno. Mark Schur has, or Hornschuer rather, has actually impressed me in the 5 games that he played, so I may be keeping him on, despite the fact he is now 23 years old and only 65 rated, a decent rotation option. Unfortunately for Fabio Coentrao, he did miss quite a big chunk of the season, although he's still progressing on an individual stat basis, and did keep 7 clean sheets from the 15 games he played in the Bundesliga, so pleased with that. Oliver Kirsch will be moving on, hopefully. Moritz Leitner is a player that I don't know what to do with. 74 rated overall, and looks okay, still very average on an individual stat basis though, so I'm not sure what to do with him. You'll have to let me know whether you'd like me to move him on or perhaps keep him, maybe send him out on loan again, because he's only 21 years old, although he doesn't look like he's had the best of seasons at Stuttgart. Bad form, and although his morale is still content. The rest of the loan signings or the loan players aren't necessarily of any importance, so they'll probably be moving on as well as the season draws to a close and we head into the next transfer window. But for now, we'll be taking Germany into the World Cup for the next at least 2 episodes, because we'll have the group stage and hopefully I'll progress out the group stage, so we'll have the knockouts later on in the week. But that's going to round today's video to a close. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Leave the video a like if you could be so kind. Let me have loads of suggestions for transfers in the comments all throughout the squad. Leave me suggestions for each and every position if you possibly could, so that I can have a good scout around and see what we can find in the transfer market, and then in due course, of course, we will find out how much money we've got to spend. But tomorrow we'll crack on with the World Cup. And tonight, of course, you'll have Luis Suarez's road to redemption. That was my player yesterday, and the RTG as well. So check the channel page for anything you may have missed. Like the video if you haven't already. Drop the video a comment with some suggestions. Subscribe if you haven't already as well. We're on the way towards 17k now, and I hope you've had a very good weekend. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.